morning, everyone. Welcome to KappEdge's CAMS prep classes once again. Me, your coach Kamaljeet Kaur Soni, is once again with you. And today we will learn how to attempt question in examination. So friends, we have learned a lot of concepts so far. Conceptual understanding is for sure very important. But at the same time, what is equally important is that we do question, we practice them really well, and we should know how to read the question right. You heard me right. Many of us do not know how to read the question in a right way. We end up spending a lot of time on those part of question which may not be that important. At the same time, we do not concentrate much where the answer is actually lying. So today's agenda is to understand how to attempt the question in examination. So these are some notes which I have prepared for you guys. Some of you would have subscribed for it. You can always go for that. For example, a very, very basic level of question. Let's begin with it. I'm starting with a very basic level of question, and as and when we proceed in today's video or the videos ahead, we will also be discussing the scenario-based questions. So let's start with this question, which says, what is the initial stage of money laundering where illegally gained proceeds are introduced into the financial system? And then there are 4 options, which include layering, integration, placement, and infiltration. It's a very straight and a very basic level of question. But let's start with that. The first rule, what we have to keep in mind, do not overanalyze the question. Stick to what question says. Do not use your assumptions or imagination. What could be the meaning of the question? It should be plain reading of the question, and then answer should be ticked. Secondly, while reading the question, even if you know the answer, you should still read all 4 options. Sometimes the question may give all correct options. However, the trick is to tick on that option which is the best. If you will not read all options, how would you know which one is the best? So the question says, what is the initial stage of money laundering where illegally gained proceeds are introduced into the financial system? Well, very first basic question. Now, without spending too much of time, recall the 3 stages of money laundering. What are those? The placement, the integration, and the layering. So at what stage we introduce the illegal money in the system? Correct. So the answer is the placement. That's it. I'm done with the question. Once you have ticked the question, do not stare at it. You have limited time in exam, so don't waste it, please. Let's proceed with the second question. The second question says, what is the purpose of layering stage in the money laundering? Now, our 4 options. First, to integrate funds into the economy, to introduce illegal proceeds into the financial system, to distance the money from its criminal origin, and to create confusion in legitimate transactions. What do you think should be the right answer? When we are taking the question, or at least when we are practicing, we should know which one is right, but we should also know why the others were not right, because that's something which will give you better clarity on the concept. The question clearly says, what is the purpose of layering? Why money launderer try to cover up the transaction? Why do they try to layer it? So let's come back to the first option, which says to integrate fund into the economy. This may not be the best answer for this because that's not the purpose. Correct? So that means out of 4, A is not my right answer. Second, to introduce illegal proceeds into the financial system. Well, this may not be the best answer for this question. Why not? Because question is not asking about initial stage. The question says, why do we cover up? Why do we layer? The placement is the first stage where we introduce the illegal proceeds into the financial system. But my question did not ask about placement. That means B is not the right answer either. Let's move to the third option, to distance the money from its criminal origin. That sounds logical to me. Why would I layer anything? Why would I cover up? I will cover up so that you cannot see. Why would money launderer cover up the transaction? So that regulators cannot see. And why launderers wants that? Because we know that the origin of money laundering lies in where? Illegal proceeds. That means the criminal has all the reason to layer it up. That sounds logical to me. However, I'm still not taking it. I would still read the option D, to create confusion in legitimate transactions. I cannot say that D option is wrong. Ultimately, money launderer does the layering so that regulators get confused. However, if I compare C and D, C seems more logical to me. So the correct answer is C. 2 quick questions. No scenario, nothing. But still there is a probability that we can go wrong. So question 1 has the answer C. Question 2 has the answer C. With these basic questions, let's understand what could be the potential mistake we do in exam. What is the initial stage of money laundering? Up till here, probably the student was sure that it is placement. But the moment you read the line 2, sometimes students overthink. The second line says, where illegally gained proceeds are introduced in the financial system. Though technically, I don't see much of reason for student to get confused. However, just for the benefit of doubt, sometimes students start overthinking on second line and they may end up ticking off something else. The question's crux was lying in this line only. What is the initial stage of money laundering? The second word which needs to be concentrated upon was introduced. With these two things, this one and this one, well, I'm sorted. I know my answer is placement. I don't need to rethink over it. I'm done with this question. The second was, I see a lot of potential of students overthinking and taking this wrong. What is the purpose of layering stage in money laundering? If you will stick to the basic concept, you will straightway go and tick on C. However, start overthinking. You may find all the 4 options could be right. That's where stick to the basic concept. What is the purpose of layering? That's it. So our answers are C and C respectively. A very quick, basic way, how should we understand the question? How should we learn where to concentrate, how to read the question right? With a very, very brief video today, I've just started giving you an overview how to attempt question during examination. As and when we proceed further with more videos, I will pick up 2 or 3 questions in every video. Sometimes the straight one, sometimes the scenario-based one, and then we will do those questions together. If you are thinking, how will we do it together? Each time we read a question, you pick up your answer, and then we will discuss. Let's see, how do we practice this question? How do we go ahead and attempt that question together? The objective of these brief videos to give you more flair of examination day, to understand how to read the concept, how to understand them right, and how to stick to your concept during examination. So that was the brief video today, guys. And as promised, very, very soon and very regularly, I'll be with you with more videos. With this, thank you so much. And I wish you all the best to all who are preparing and giving their CAMS exams soon. So thank you so much. Let's connect back soon. And please do not forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Me, Kamaljeet Kaursoni, will be back with you very soon.